just from experience, just like, oh, I'll clean it out when I get home and pull itself out like,
is that the ramen that I had 3 weeks ago in the bag that's turned purple?
Clean out your fridge, okay? Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be back, and I'm so excited to have you here. And this couldn't be the more perfect video to welcome you back to my channel, as well as to introduce you to new content, to better content, to elevated content, to just some amazing things that I've been wanting to do for a while, that I've had in the works, that I'm currently working on. That's just like getting this train moving again. So if you don't know who I am and you're new to my channel, odds are you probably don't. My name is Fatina Styles, ending with a Z, and this is my lifestyle, beauty, and travel channel. Here I'll be sharing all things lifestyle, DIY, fashion, beauty, hair, makeup, just anything related to lifestyle that I enjoy personally in my life, and that is a lifestyle for me, as well as traveling, which is such a passion of mine. I want to be able to share those elements with you as well. So for this video in particular, we are going to talk about setting goals and manifesting great and amazing things in your life for 2019. If you thought this was a New Year's resolution video, or if you thought this was a video about how to come up with a New Year's resolution list, then you might want to click away, because that's not this video. This video is going to be a video where I give tips about 7 things that you can do to jumpstart your new year. I know that we're right around the corner, and most of you will see this once the new year has started, but that does not mean that it will be too late for you to implement these things in your life, just to give yourself a refresher, hit that restart button, and be able to just start living life. Because that's one thing that I realized as I've gotten older, that as we're young, we're teenagers, we just live vicariously. We don't really understand what the world is completely, how it operates. We don't really have huge responsibilities, but then we grow up, we're told to go to school, get a job, do all of that, and then life you just gotta figure it out. And some of us do, some of us don't. So with that being said, it can be a struggle a lot of time as adults and as young adults, older adults, anybody really. It could be a struggle to figure out how to navigate this world and how to be, how to live, how to do. So I always find it very important to be intentional, because we only have one life to live. Why waste it just being in the world, just being, and not contributing anything to it, and not being open to new ideas and new ways of living, new ways of thinking, and actually seeing the world. So that can be a very tough thing to try to figure out, how do you get to that point. But honestly, it takes a lot of motivation, dedication, learning, exploring, figuring things out, and it just kind of comes with time. So if you're someone who is looking to set new intentions, set new goals, create a life of your dreams, create a life of abundance, then this video is definitely one that you want to stick around for, that you want to watch in its entirety. So I'm not only going to give you tips about things that you can do to start your new year off right, but I'm also going to give you tips about what it means to set goals and how to actually set them and how to work towards manifesting them in your life. So without continuing to ramble, because I can do that all day, I want you to just go ahead and continue to watch this video. Actually, before we get into the video, I'm working on getting my subscriber count up. So if you're watching this video right now, I need you to click that red button that says subscribe down below, and next to it is a little bell. Click both of them at the same time. If you don't, for some reason, it's kind of like you're not really subscribing if you only click the red button. So click the red button and the bell, and that way every time I post a video, you'll never miss any of my videos, because there's going to be great content coming in 2019 that you are not gonna want to miss. Trust me when I say that. So let's get into this video. I'm talking too much. Okay, so I want to begin this video, like I mentioned earlier, by saying this in no way, shape, or form is a New Year's resolution or how to create a resolution list or a list of resolutions that you should have, because I don't necessarily personally believe in resolutions. What I more so believe in is setting new intentions and setting new goals that you wish to, or that I wish to manifest and that I wish to accomplish in my life, whether it's within a month span, a 3-month span, a quarterly span, a half a year, whatever it might be, whatever my deadline for accomplishing that goal is. And deadline, that can be sort of like because you might set out to accomplish a goal by X date, but it doesn't happen until 2 months later. It just really is all depending upon God's timing, the universe, or whatever you want to call it. So this video, I want to be very clear that it's not a resolution video, but it's more so about creating new intentions, setting new intentions and goals for the life that you want and you desire to live. So now that we got that, since we're on the topic of resolution, let me just let you know what the definition of resolution is. So the definition of resolution, according to dictionary.com, is a resolve, a decision, or a determination. So with that, resolution is, you want to set a resolve to a problem that you have. To say you want to lose 50 pounds and you have that determination or resolution. You create that determination, which is your resolution, to lose those 50 pounds, but there's no action plans that's placed behind those things of how you're going to accomplish them, what steps you're going to take to accomplish losing that 50 pounds, or like what are you going to do. It's more so just like, oh, I just determined that I want to set that goal. But what are you doing to actually make the goal a reality? You know what I mean? So that's somewhat of why I personally don't do resolutions. So something that I like to say is don't set a resolution to fix a problem, because like the dictionary.com explain it, it's a resolution or a determination or a decision to, like I use as an example, lose weight. But don't use a resolution as a way to fix a problem, because when you fix a problem, that's only temporary. It's not going to solve your problem as a long-term or lifestyle change. So that's why I feel that it's important to instead navigate towards creating new goals and visions and putting action plans in place to create a better life or a different life than the life that you live and the life that you wish to live. So I think that it's important to think ahead about the road that you feel your life should be on. And so with that being said, this is where we create our goals, we set our new intentions, and we try to create an action plan to lead us to the road of the life that we wish and we desire and that we dream of living, because it can happen. If anyone tries to tell you that you can't live out your dreams and you can't do the things that your heart has always desired to do, those are negative people, and most likely they haven't had a chance to live out their dreams as well. So any dream or goal that you might have yourself personally, they might try to shoot you down, because since they didn't get theirs, they don't want to see you get yours. But those are negative people that you just need to exit stage left out of your life, because those are no good people. And sometimes those people can be very close to you. They could be your friends, they can be your neighbors, they can be your coworkers, they can even be your family members. But you have to do whatever you can to protect the dreams and the things that you want to do in your heart, and just have faith and know that if you want to do it, you can do it. The only person who's stopping you from doing it is you. If you put all the actions in place, if you do everything that's necessary to make those dreams come true, it is just inevitable that the universe will open up and it will pour out such resources. If you don't have those resources, and those resources can be very wide, it can be contacts that you need in order to get things accomplished. It can be finances, it could be a space, whether that's a home or an office or a warehouse. It could be transportation, it could be moving to a new location, it could be a plethora of things. But it's all about how you think about it up here. If you know in your heart of hearts and you just think about it constantly, and you just think about it, and when you think about it, it excites you and it's just something that you know will happen without allowing the naysayers to get into your head, then put those actions down on paper and just watch your dreams manifest. It's so important to leave the past in the past. All of the negativity, all of the bad things that may have happened to you in 2018, try your hardest to leave those things in the past. If they don't help you to move forward in a positive way, if they don't serve a purpose for you creating new manifestations in your life, in this new year, leave them all behind. And that includes negative people, and that includes bad habits, that includes anything that held you down or anything that brought pain or anxiety or stress or worry to you. We try to leave those in the past. I know it's easier said than done, but trust me, if anybody can relate, I know what it's like to have to struggle and try to figure out life on your own. It is hard. But the moment you set the determination to be great and do great things, you'll just see a 360 transformation in the way that you think and what is surrounded by you, and when it comes to manifestation, when it comes to blessings, and when it comes to opportunities. So make sure that you don't limit your vision for the future based on your circumstances. Now, this is so important because when it comes to manifesting, when it comes to dreams, clearly these are actions that you wish to happen in your life. They haven't happened just yet. But the worst thing that you can do is not have faith and not have hope for the things that you wish for. So by that, I mean limiting your vision for the future based off your circumstance. So for me, for example, I want to own a home and I want to have a garden in my backyard where I can grow plants and I can grow fruits and vegetables and have chickens running around. I want that, but I don't have that right now. I live in an apartment. There's no way I can have chickens running around on my patio. Like there's no room for that. But I have a vision and I have a goal of attaining that sometime in my life in the very near future. But I am not going to limit my vision for that future by what I can't do right now. So an action plan for me to start to manifest that is to grow my own little garden out on my patio. I do have the benefit of having a patio, so I can grow tomatoes there, something slight, but I'm not gonna tell myself, oh, you can never do that. That cannot happen because you live in an apartment. There's no way you can ever have a house with a big backyard where you can grow your vegetables and your fruits or whatever you wanna build. That can't happen. You live in an apartment. There's no way. I don't want to limit my future based on my current circumstances. So my current circumstances is I don't have the capacity to own a garden because I live in an apartment. But there's places, there's spaces, there's ways that I can make it happen if that's something I really want to work hard towards. I'm not really focused on it in the forefront, but it is something that I plan on attaining at some point in my life. So that was just an example, but I'm not going to allow my thinking to limit what can be possible in my life, if that makes any sense. So I hope you got that one. That's very key. Don't let yourself think negative about your future because you don't have the resources right now. So what you want to do is you want to write new goals and new dreams that you wish to accomplish before December 31st, 2019. Now, I have my goals, I have my list, and I'm not going to share them right now in this video just because it'll make it even longer than what it already probably is or is going to be. But just know that last year I set goals and I met a lot of those goals. And some of them will roll over to the next year. So I didn't accomplish them in this year, but I started the process where they will end, or I would manifest it early next year. So it's possible. So before you start the year out, or right at the top of the year, whenever you're watching this, it's never too late. If you're watching this in March and you want to set new goals, definitely go ahead and do that. But the first thing that you want to do is write out all the goals that you have. If you want to lose 30 pounds, if you want to grow your hair 5 inches, if you want to visit 4 countries before the year is out, or before summertime, depending on how adventurous and how much time you have on your hands. If you want to grow closer with your dad, or if you want to buy a new wardrobe, build a new wardrobe, or whatever it might be. If you want to learn a new language, if you want to graduate with a 4.0 GPA, like whatever your goal is, start a business, whatever those things are, write them all out. And the key to this, which I learned in 2018, you must be specific with what you ask for, what you want to achieve in your goals. Be so specific to the point where I want to get a new car in 2019. That is one of my goals for 2019. Now, I'm not just going to say or write down, I want a new car. Because by doing that, you can manifest a car, any car. I can manifest a Toyota Camry 2015. It might not be brand new, but it'll be new to me. And it's not loaded, manual windows and locks. Not saying there's anything wrong with those cars, because trust me, honey, I've had my share of raggedy, busted, beat down, broke down, no window putt-putts, okay? But what I'm saying is be very specific. So instead of saying, I want a new car, I'm going to say, I want this type of car. So, I don't know, I want a BMW 3 Series. I don't even want a BMW. That's why I can't even think of the name of the BMW's car. I'm just giving this as an example. So say I want the new 3 Series BMW 2019, fully loaded with navigation, sunroof, automatic, automatic headlights with leather seats, black leather seat with wood panel trim on it. And I want it to be silver, and I want it to have whatever the things that I wanted to have, Sirius XM in it, or whatever I wanted to have, all the details, all the specifics, the name of the car, the model of the car, the make, the year. Be so specific about what you want and write that down exactly how you want it. That way, the universe will be able to, when it's ready to open up that new accomplished goal for you, it will give you exactly what you asked for, not just something random, but it's technically what you asked for. Like I said earlier, just saying a new car, you can get any car that's new to you, but not necessarily quite what you want. So be specific and ask what you want. It might be very outlandish. Dream big. If you want a Ferrari, girl, dream big, but don't get too like out of hand with it, because you might want a Ferrari, but can you afford those payments every month? Let's be real. You got to pay insurance on that too, right? Oh, do you have somewhere to lock it up at night where it's actually secure and no one's gonna try to steal it? Be realistic. Let's be realistic, but shoot for the stars. Aim for the stars, honey, because my dreams this year, my goals this year are gonna be so big. I learned that in 2018. Be specific and set big dreams, okay? Big. So the second part of setting goals and writing down new goals is to start to put intentions behind those goals. Say you want to write a cookbook. Do all the things that are necessary for you to write that cookbook. How about you start putting recipes together and perfecting those recipes? So say you have an apple cobbler that you like to make and you make it every now and then, but it's not really consistent. Sometimes it comes out really good. Sometimes it comes out too cinnamony. Sometimes it comes out too buttery, too bland, not enough sugar. Try to perfect the recipe for that item or that dish that you like to make. And once it's perfected, write down all the necessary steps and ingredients for that recipe and keep repeating that till you have at least 20, 30, or however many recipes you need to create your book. And once you have that, type it all out and just see what happens, setting yourself up to be able to make your dream of having your own cookbook a reality. Go buy yourself some nice new apron. I don't know if that's something that people who like to cook like to do, or buy yourself some really nice cooking utensils that are actually quality and it's going to be durable to withstand all of the new baking that you're going to do. And try to buy yourself just things that are going to help you manifest and align with the goals that you have, because you got to put action behind the goals that you wish to accomplish. You can't just have a goal of, wanting to drive, but you never get in the car, start the car, and actually take driver's lessons or have someone teach you how to drive. You got to start putting steps behind it, and then eventually the things that you want to do, they'll just naturally fall in place if they're meant to happen. So very, very key. Set your goal and your intentions, put action behind those things, because if anybody who reads the Bible know, faith without works is dead. So you have to work it, work your faith. Have faith, but then also work it. Do the things that are necessary for you to accomplish those goals. Now, this one here is one that I feel is important, because if we're doing a fresh start, a new start, recharge, reset, it's important, like I mentioned, to not only leave the past behind, but it's also important to declutter and just get rid of all the gunk and the junk and all the stuff that you're no longer using, that you haven't used all year. So take this time and get rid of all of your unused and unwanted things. That includes clothes, purses, those nail polish bottles that have been sitting in your cabinet all year, and the nail polish is like sunk into the bottom, and you got to shake it up because you haven't even touched those nail polishes in years, and because you go get your nails done all the time, so you never even pick a color. Girl, just toss those things out. If you ever need nail polish, you can always go to Target. They have their simple colors for like $1, and just toss them all out and make room for new things that you want to manifest. You got to get rid of the old. Go into your closet, clean out your closet, get rid of any of those clothes you didn't wear all year, get rid of any purses that you didn't wear that are maybe out of season or that is too little because you might have gained a little bit of weight, or maybe you lost weight and can no longer fit. Just get rid of all of the junk. Clean out your trunk. You'll be surprised the things that you find in your trunk when you haven't cleaned it out in a while. So I take the time to clean out your trunk, clean under your bed, get rid of any hair or makeup that you haven't used that's old or maybe busted and crusted. Just get rid of it. Get rid of it. Let it go. Let it go. It's going to feel so good once you just let it go and get rid of all of the unused and unwanted things that you've had for all year, if not years prior, because I know I had some stuff that was like, oh, I'll use it this year. No, 2 years later, I was still saying the same thing. So you just got to purge yourself of all of the unwanted and unused things that you have not had a desire for all year. Just let it go. So this sort of goes back to the get rid of unwanted thing, and this is to donate all the unwanted things. So I said get rid of, toss it, but I didn't specifically say where to take it. I think it's so important to donate your unused, and make sure it's good things that you will actually wear, because that's very rude to get rid of stuff that has holes in it, dirt stains, or stains, or like it's just not good quality anymore, you wouldn't want to receive something that way. So make sure that you give away things that are still pretty good condition, that's not trash. There's many ways that you can donate. You can donate to a local church, you can donate to a Goodwill or Salvation Army or a homeless shelter or a food bank if it's good food that's still in good condition. There's so many animal shelters. There's so many places that you can donate, and even people that you'll be surprised how many, actually not really surprised, but I can't tell you how many times I've actually given away my things to close friends or family members because maybe they needed it and I no longer need it. Or maybe they mentioned a while ago something that they liked, or maybe I just noticed that I felt that this person needs to have these things. Maybe I feel like I just want to bless this person just by giving it to them, and I don't know, maybe that person needed it. So if they don't, just drop it off to Salvation Army. There's so many ways that you can donate and get rid of things. Even if it's a quick Google search of donation in your area, put in your zip code and see where you can drop things off. It's really, really important to give back and to recycle because we're all connected. So if one person, you're getting rid of something that another person needs, then why not just go ahead and give it to them without thinking of financial gain or what you'll get in return. It just feels good to be able to not only purge your things and purge things from yourself personally, but to be able to get rid of things and know that it's going to somewhere that someone will appreciate it. So keep that in mind when you're donating. Don't just give it willfully. Give from the kindness of your heart, knowing that someone will be touched by what you donate and what you give to them, and maybe you may not know them personally, but just know that it will go to a good cause. So make sure that you check out the place that's donating. Don't, I wouldn't say go somewhere shady and you don't really know where your donations are going kind of thing, but somewhere that you trust and you feel comfortable doing it is definitely key. So this is really important and something that I am currently working on myself that I wanted to be able to share because I felt it was really good. And like I said, it's something that I'm working on myself on, something I have been bad at. And I will say a little bit of last year, and that is reaching out to someone who you haven't heard from in a while. So connecting with someone who maybe you guys haven't connected with in a while, whether it be for a good or bad reason. But I will say, if it's somebody who was negative and brought negativity to your life and just didn't have anything positive, unless you absolutely have to connect with that person, I would say try to avoid it unless there's something that you need to speak with that person about in order to move forward in your life and to be able to, release some things. Definitely, I'm all for that. But I will say just reach out. Maybe it's a cousin or a friend who lives somewhere else and you haven't really connected with them in a while and just want to see how they're doing, or just give them an update in your life or whatever it is. Just reach out and say, hey. It makes a difference because you never know what somebody is dealing with, and that one phone call just from an old friend might just make their day or make their year. So I say try to reach out to someone who you haven't connected with in a while, especially if it's like a parent or family member. So that is one that I am going to work on myself personally because, like I said, I was really bad at it this year and a little bit of last year, but I'm going to get back to that because it's important just to check in with people and just let them know you're okay and make sure that they are okay as well. This next one is a good one, and it is also a cleaning one. A cleaning one. So, if you know me, you know that I like to clean. I don't like dirty. I don't like a dirty house. I don't like a nasty house. My car, for the most part, stays pretty clean, except I'm really bad at going to the car wash. But it's never junky. You can see your feet. You can put stuff in my trunk without having to move stuff around. For the most part, my space, I just like it clean. I like it to smell good. I like it to be fresh. So this one is about cleaning, and I'll just go ahead and say it. And this is clean out your refrigerator and your kitchen cupboards, pantry, whatever you have that you store food. Oh my God. Oh my God. When I tell you, You will be so surprised of the nastiness that's lurking in the back of your refrigerator or at the top of your cupboards all the way pushed to the back. Whoo, honey. I can tell you from experience. Just when I thought like, oh, okay, let me go to the grocery store. But what I like to do is I usually clean out my refrigerator before I go to the grocery store. But say I didn't get a chance to do it and I went to the grocery store first, which sometimes that happens, but I try not to do it because I'm just like, I don't want to buy something and now I have two of them, or I meant to buy it and I thought I had it and now I don't have it at the house and I gotta go back to the grocery store. You know how that goes. Just from experience, just like, I'll clean it out when I get home and pull stuff out like,
Is that the ramen that I had 3 weeks ago in the bag that's turned purple?
honey, I'm telling you, you clean out your fridge, okay? Clean out your fridge and your cupboards, because that's so important when it comes to setting new intentions. You just want a clean, fresh start. And people often neglect to clean out their pantries and they neglect to clean out the refrigerators. And I'm telling you, it's so important. You will feel so good. Your food will last longer. It'll have more of a crisp taste to it. If you just clean out get rid of all that nastiness. If it has an check for expiration date, oh Lord, check for expiration dates. That's probably why this is so important, because things expire. Sometimes you get a whole 2 months to use it. Sometimes you get a week to use it. Sometimes you get a year and a half to use it. And maybe you didn't really use it in that year and a half, and now it's expired and you think that you can use it, but no. Get rid of it. Toss it. Throw it out. It's no good. No good. And just continuing on that note, clean your house. It's a new year. You want to start out fresh, like I've been saying. Just vacuum your floor, wipe down or vacuum your couch. You don't know what might be under those cushions. You might get lucky and find some money. Ooh, that's happened before. You might find some nasty popcorn kernels, because that one time you had movie night, and then you dropped the popcorn because you thought you got it all up, but you really didn't. Scrub your bathroom walls, scrub your baseboards. That's something that we probably never do or forget to do or neglect to do. I am definitely guilty of that. And it's on my list. Wash your clothes. Just, girl, do a nice deep cleaning and prep yourself for a new start in the new year. Get under that bed, change them sheets, because I don't know about you, but I love a new, fresh, warm set of crisp, clean bed sheets. That is like, it feels so good. Change your sheets. Wash them, throw some baking soda in there so it can be fresh, and just clean your life. Clean your life. It's all. Just clean. So this last one, it's pretty simple, but it's one of the most important, and that is create a gratitude list of accomplishments, lessons, setbacks, and blessings, setups that you had in 2018. So anything that was negative, that really weighed you down, say you suffered from anxiety or depression for a few months, or say you lost a dear friend, or you lost your job, or you may have had to move out of your home and downsize into a smaller place. Just any of the things that may be setbacks in this new year, and then sort of counteract that with the lessons that you learned from those negative things, and create a gratitude list. So say, for example, last year, and this is something I haven't completely shared, but I'm going to share it now. Last year, I did suffer from depression for the first time ever in my life. I didn't even know what it was. I didn't know that's what it was until after I went through it, and it just completely put me in a place where I just felt lost. I didn't know what to do with my life. I didn't know why I was set on this earth and what I was meant to do while I'm here. Just so confused and mixed emotions and filled with what's, why, where, how, I don't know. It was just a mess. But that is something that I am very appreciative that I experienced, because one, I now learn how to identify it if I ever feel it again. Two, I can pick up on it if I notice that someone else is dealing with it, and I can try to help them, let them know what I did to be able to overcome that depression. And three, it allows me to share my story, which I haven't yet, but I am somewhat doing that now. Share my story and be able to know that, okay, these are the things that I needed to experience in order to grow and be a better person, because I can say confidently that me growing from that experience has definitely made me a better person. It's made my outlook on life, and it's made my desire to be successful and do great things in this world and on this earth even more heightened than what they were before. So that was something that I just personally didn't expect to happen, but I went through it, I dealt with it, I moved past it. I didn't stay in that space, although it felt like I was there forever. Once I was able to gather the strength and the tools necessary to move past that, I did. But it's something, like I said, that I don't take for granted, and it makes me realize what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful that I now know how to recognize the signs. I'm grateful that I now appreciate life more than what I did before. I'm grateful that I learned how to take care of myself, my body, my mind, my spirit, and the things and the people that I allowed to enter my life and in my vibe. Like, it was not a great thing that I had to go through, but now looking back on it, I can say the things that I'm grateful for while I had to experience those things, you know? But then again, there were amazing and great things that happened in 2018. So I'm just gonna create a list, and you can do the same thing. Just write down and reflect on all the things that you're grateful for that happened. Like I said, they can be good or bad. And if they are bad, make sure that you counteract that with something that you learned from it, or a reason that you can receive gratitude from that negative place and space. So I definitely think that it's so important for you to reflect on the year prior, so you can not only leave it in the past, but show gratitude to the universe that you're ready to set yourself up for what's to come in the new year. So with that being said, you have your list ready of all the goals that you want to accomplish, plus you created a reflection list of all the things that you're grateful for and all the setbacks that also helped you grow. And you got a clean house, and you got rid of your junk and your baggage and things that you're not using. You donated, and you're giving to a healthy cause, and you're doing so great. And you've come up with your list of people you need to connect with, who you haven't connected with in a while, and you're just ready to tackle this year. And I think it's so vital to just live life. I didn't realize how important it was. Like I said, when you're younger, you don't realize how important it is. I definitely did live life when I was younger. I can't say that I didn't. I had a great time. But once I was thrown into the real world, I struggled. I struggled hard to try to figure out, how do I still have this great, amazing life that I used to have as a teenager and as a young adult in my early 20s, and now try to juggle a full-time job and make sure my bills are paid on time, but then trying to have extra money left over so I can do something. Like, life is about living. You only get one. Do everything in your power to make it a great life. And that is such a cliche. You hear people say it all the time, and I didn't used to feed into it before, but now I understand it, I feel it, I sense it, I see it, I know it, I live by it. I feel like this video is probably going to be a little bit too long, but it's okay. I just wanted to make sure to come on here and be able to share that with you, because I've done a lot in 2018. 2018 has brought me so many ups, so many downs, but if I can say one thing that I learned, and one thing that I am so appreciative, is that I opened my mind up to learning so much about everything that I want to do. And I just attained so much knowledge, and I continue to expand my knowledge, and I'm just grateful for what the year is gonna bring. Now that I know a lot of what I know, it's just like, girl, dust your shoulders off. 2018, that's a 2018 dust off. You know, you got this. I don't know if people still do that, but you know, I'm gonna do it. 2019, here we go. I'm so excited for this new year. If you are also excited and you want to see more videos like this, motivational videos or just tips, tricks, if you have any requests for certain videos that you want me to make or things that you want to see from me, leave it in the comments below because I do read them. And let's just make this year awesome. Let's go! I don't know why I'm so weird. I'm so thankful for everything that 2018 brought me, taught me, and helped me overcome. There were so many great moments. There was moments that, you know, weren't so great, and I had to just figure out life. That was what this year was really about. Actually, 2017 was me being confused about life. 2018 was me figuring out that I don't have to quite figure it out and just live, and it'll all work itself out with action, of course, behind it. But it brought me so many great opportunities. I was able to go to various conferences and business conferences that I've always just I did a lot. I accomplished so many things that I wanted to and that I had on my vision board. That's the other thing. If you don't know anything about creating a vision board, I'll actually link a video that I did last year on creating a vision board. I'll link it up here and also down in the description box. A lot of things I actually manifested from my vision board, so that was incredible. And some of the things I didn't get quite specific with, so they manifested themselves, but not in the way that I wanted them to, still in the way that was beneficial for me to grow, and you know, that were good and great opportunities, but I wasn't specific. So like I said, that's something that I learned this year, to be specific and dream and ask big people, like things that you don't think can happen in your wildest dreams. You just never know. I really hope that this video resonated with someone and that you found something that you are looking to strive and attain in the new year. I really hope that, you know, we can be on this journey together, and I'm so thankful that you watched this video because it's another thing for me that I am, you know, hoping to strive to, is to be able to put myself out there more, and with your support and your help I can be able to do that. And so, like I mentioned before, if you found this video helpful, or you know, if there is something that you want to learn more of, know more of, just leave me a comment below and I'll be sure to get back to you. But also remember just to subscribe so that I know that these type of videos are actually appreciative and people actually like them, so I can keep making them, you know. But you know, either way, let's be great in this new year. Let's manifest some great things and just be on the lookout for some new content. Thank you so much for watching. I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate it. And let's be great. This year is gonna be great. I'm ready for it.